much for joining us on the telecast. Now shifting our focus to some international news coming in. Now, a few thousand people took to the streets of Mexico City on 15th of November to protest growing crime, corruption and impunity in a protest organized by members of Generation Z, but which ended with strong backing from older supporters of opposition parties in several countries this year. Members of the demographic group born between late 90s and early 2010s have organized protest against inequality, democratic backsliding and corruption. Now, joining me on the telecast is my colleague Arzu Seth. Arzu, yet another protest that has been organized and held by Gen Z, now this time in Mexico. What exactly are you picking up?
Well, definitely, thousands of young Mexicans poured into the streets of Mexico City as a part of the growing Gen Z protest rally against what they say is a deepening crisis of crime, corruption. And in fact, the demonstration driven largely by the student and the first-time voters, but yes, quickly drew support from older opposition groups who have grown increasingly anxious over the country's worsening security situation. The surge of public anger comes after a series of high-profile murders that have intensified scrutiny on the government's handling of violence, adding fresh political tension to an already volatile national atmosphere. In fact, however, the protesters marched with the placards, chants and demand for accountability, signaling a real generational unity against the system they believe have failed to protect its citizens. So definitely the voice is now, the voices of the Mexico are now on the street raising their voices, and a massive protests were held against the government. Yes.
All right, Arzu, thank you so much for joining us on the telecast. Meanwhile, viewers will continue to track more developments like this and more. But for now, that's a wrap for the bulletin. We'll slip into a short break.